In this tutorial, what we're going to focus on is setting up the layout of this particular web page. So I'm first off just going to give you a few areas you'll want to focus on. Firstly, again, is the design view. This is where you'll see everything that we're adding. The code view to make sure that everything you have is structured correctly. And then the document order right here, so you know where each element is. So just for example's sake, the body is very important because that is where all of the elements of your website will be contained. It's the body of your page. So just things to remember. So if you can just go ahead and put your cursor inside of the design view so we're all on the same page. What we're going to do is add elements to provide structure now. If you notice on the insert section, you'll have a line break with a bunch of areas here that will be crucial for setting up a easy to design, easy to layout website. So firstly, we're going to set up the header, and to do that all you have to do is again make sure you're on the body and select header. It's going to ask you to insert a header, and you can go ahead and press OK. And now you'll notice you have an object here for the header, a code line here to show where the header is. And if you're wondering how code works, is you start it off with this is the object, and then it ends with the object name again with a line break in between it to show that's where it ends. And then over here you'll notice you now have in the body you have a header, and if you click that it automatically selects it for you. So now what we want to do is put a navigation below it. So to make sure you don't accidentally put it in line, meaning see if I'm clicked inside of here right now and press navigation, now the navigation is inside of the header. So you can see header goes here, and then inside of it is the navigation, and you can see right there. You may not necessarily want this, so for today's lesson I'm just going to show you how to put everything in line with each other but not inside of each other. So to go back from what we did, you just press Control Z and it'll undo that. And now make sure that you clicked outside of the header. The header could include, a variety of things. It could be your social media buttons and your logo. It could even be your navigation, but again, we're going to just separate it for today's sake. So now you can see that we have header here, nav goes here, and then we'll just click below again one more time, and we're going to add some main content. This could be a variety of things really. It could be a image that goes from left to right of the page. It could also be some content. There's really a variety of things you could do with it. So let's go ahead and set up the main area. So now you can just see you have really a nice structure. And you can also move elements in and out if you want. So you can see now I brought it into the header if you wanted to do so. So it's just an easy way to keep things organized within your page. Now we're not really going to focus much on these other areas other than the footer. If you wanted to add, say, an article section below, you could go ahead and do that. So why this would be important really, I guess you could say, is if you wanted to have your main tag be an image, your article be the writing, and then lastly you could do a footer and you have all sections you need. So you have your header, you have your navigation, you have your main content, you'll have the article or writing about it, and then lastly your footer below. Now it may not look like much right now, but with a few design tweaks you'll see that this is going to start coming together just like a real functioning web page. We're going to end it here with this tutorial, and when we get back we're going to add some styling elements to this site and add some tables to really start bringing it to life.